I'm Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV. This is Brief 653. Those of us with an interest in Red cameras live our lives hearing Red announce a crazy, amazing new camera and then waiting and waiting, forgetting a little, then waiting some more, and then boom, the Red team pops up with some specs. The Scarlet is the object of our lust. It'll have two XLR inputs that digitize audio at 24-bit, 48 kilohertz. It'll work with Red, Canon, and Nikon lenses with lens adapters. It'll have a gigabit Ethernet port and will shoot scaled 1080p video at 60 frames per second. We're thinking this camera will be the choice of independent film producers, but Red didn't give us a price, so we'll have to go back to the whole waiting and waiting thing. Red did give us a price on the Epic X. It'll be $28,000, which of course is a lot of money, but remember, this camera is built to compete with cameras selling for over $100,000. The Epic X has a Mysterium X 5K sensor that's capable of 5K video at 1 to 100 frames per second, 4K video at 1 to 125 frames per second, Quad HD at 1 to 120 frames per second, 3K video at 1 to 160 frames per second, 2K video at 1 to 250 frames per second, and 1080p scaled at 1 to 60 frames per second. It has an ISO range from 200 to 8,000. It'll record to multiple types of media. Just like the Scarlet, Red, Canon, and Nikon lenses are supported. The entire camera system will be released in 4 stages as different modules are completed. And if you buy one to resell, it will not be supported by the company. The ebook reader market is exploding. When Amazon's Kindle first came out, many people were skeptical that anyone would want to read books this way, but e-readers are proving to be a hot item, so more and more companies are wanting in on the action. Yesterday, news of a new reader came from Creative, maker of Creative Zen. They're working with 10 publishers to provide fiction content, newspapers, magazines, education materials, and textbooks. It'll have a touchscreen, text-to-speech, and an SD memory card slot. They want to give you a full media-rich experience by allowing you to play video, look at pictures, take advantage of services, and of course read text. We should be able to use Twitter and Facebook on the device, perhaps a little easier than on the Kindle? Hopefully. Their goal is an all-in-one device. Will it be enough to outsell Amazon or Barnes & Noble, who have a built-in readership, to get them started? I'm not so sure, but it's certainly fun to watch how so many companies are working to unseat Amazon's leadership position. I reserve the right to change my mind, but I'm planning to buy a Motorola Droid on Friday. One kick in the plan is that the US version of the phone will not have multi-touch enabled. Somehow I missed that on the road trip. Now this just sucks. It always sucks when companies willfully choose to turn off functionality. This video from mobile-review.com shows that multi-touch will be available on the GSM Droid being released in Europe. I expect there to be a hack that'll make it possible for Americans to turn on multi-touch on their Droids. But come on, people, the rule should be give customers everything that's technically possible to do. If you live in Nashville, you have an upcoming opportunity to see one of the largest contiguous multi-touch tables ever developed. The 100-inch surface has an 86-inch viewable area with a resolution of 2304 by 800 pixels. The display ratio is 16:5. It was developed by Ideum for the Space Chase Gallery at the Adventure Science Center in Nashville and will be open to the public November 7th. It can support over 50 simultaneous touch points, which I guess would be 5 users at a time. The user interface was developed with Adobe Flash and Ideum's GestureWorks framework. All Things Digital is reporting that Apple is pitching a subscription TV service that would deliver programs through iTunes for $30 a month. I bet they are, but I'm skeptical that content producers will bite. Those of us who buy seasons of particular shows spend more than that a month to own digital copies of our favorite shows. Also, for it to appeal to consumers, almost every content producer would have to be on board. I think it would be great if we could get whatever, whenever for $30 a month, but put me in the skeptics column. Did I say how good it is to be back home? Brief 653 was brought to you by Squarespace.com. JustShootMePhotography.net is powered by Squarespace, and I enjoyed the photos. Promo code GEEK will save you 12% when you're ready to easily build a nice-looking website using Squarespace.com. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Callie Lewis. Bye!
You said, did I say you were? Oh,
I did not.
Yes, you did.